I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Hi, Shalina. Hi, Elena. I'm outside my house this time, so hopefully the connection's pretty good. Hey, Christine. What kind of link, Deb? Right, Christine? I know. Christine, I actually made a video just now. I made a TikTok and it kind of went pretty good. So I think I'll be all right. I think the timing's good. I think where I'm at right now is good. Just remember, Elena, anytime you're in that type of energy, just redirect the focus back to yourself, right? Always say like, what could I do right now? Like maybe I'll just paint my nails or I always say the same old stuff because it's the stuff I like to do. Maybe I'll paint my nails. I'll just I don't know, play around with my makeup or take a walk or just think of something like that or even just like quiet your mind, Elena. Like do something that puts the focus back on you in those moments. It's always like that, Elena. Like I always, it usually, so many people jump in on these lives right away, and then when they listen to like what I'm talking about, some of them leave, some of them stay. It's always like that. Yeah, even just hanging here, Elena, and just listening to this kind of stuff, it helps you. But I always like that's my reminder to anytime you're in a lower energy, anytime you just want to redirect your focus onto yourself again. And sometimes it takes settling yourself down first, right? Settling yourself down into the present moment and just calming your mind for a second so you can get that impulse to like, move you to the next step, which is usually just to get up and take a walk or take a nap or do the dishes or it's always something like that. That's literally the next best step. Like it's those types of things. The thing about it is, guys, is that like you're not doing anything to manifest anything. You're becoming aware of what's already here. And I know that's like what do you mean by that? But trust me, the more you do this, the more you make it about this present moment and feel good in this present moment and keep settling yourself down into this present moment. Don't reach outside of you and try to find something and look for the next answer outside of you. Go within to settle yourself down because you're literally just creating that feel good atmosphere within and that brings awareness to what's already here. It's just how it works. It's the easiest way to do it and you really want to do it this way because this is going to lead you towards everything. This is going to lead you to your freedom, not just like a little manifestation, a couple extra bucks, right? No, this is leading you to everything. It just takes practice because we are so programmed to seek outside of us. We are so programmed to seek outside of us for the answers, for approval, for everything, for everything. But trust me, you'll see a huge difference in your life in just by calming your mind, by meditating, by doing things around your house, by like taking walks in your neighborhood, by I don't know, petting your animals and stuff like that, and just using up everything you have now to the best of your ability, being nice to people, right? Like things like that. They seem so regular, but like that's literally what you're doing, having a cup of tea, you know? Hi, Heather. How are you? Ugh, I said that so high pitched. Hi, Taz. How are you? Happy Friday. I have like 8 voices. Thanks for the likes, guys. But even me, like I sat here, I was in my house, right? And I'm just like, okay, I'm just sitting there. I forget what I did when I came home. I probably ate or something. I don't even remember. And I'm like, I get to that place where I'm like, all right, what should I do next? I get to that place, right? And I always go within. I always quiet my mind. I don't scroll through TikTok or do anything or look for an answer outside of me. I always take that moment to settle myself down and quiet my mind and say, what would be best? What should I do? And it's always like make a TikTok, or I'll be, oh, let me make this TikTok. I have a great idea for a TikTok. Let me do a live. And then I sat here and I was like, you know what? I really don't want to drive somewhere to do a live. I want to do it outside, like in my car. I don't want to drive somewhere. And that's kind of like how it went. It worked out, right? Oh, thanks, Chris. Hi from prison, Mama. We love your live. 3 of us here. Oh, I love that, Bob. That's awesome. Is being nice a weakness? Is being nice a weakness? No, not at all. Being nice is, do you ever see that one thing? It's cool to be kind. You're being nice, not expecting anything in return, though. If you're being nice and expecting someone to be nice back to you, you're probably not going to get it back, right? You're being nice because you want to be nice. You just want to be a nice, friendly, kind person, right? You just can't do it with expectations, right? You just have to do it because it feels good. You're doing things because it feels good. You're not doing it for any other reason than that. Simply said. That's again, you're thinking of reasons why being nice in the past has hurt you. So you're probably thinking of a time where, so, being, oh, well, I was nice to that person and they just hurt me in the end. Well, it's because we're always expecting things in return. You're not doing it for nothing. You're literally you're being nice because it feels good. Simply. That's it. Hi, Nathan. How are you, Nathan? Ah, love that. But I get why people would think that, right? Because it's those limiting beliefs that pop up and all those stories from our past that pop up of where you heard that, like being nice makes you weak. Being nice, you're just going to be a pushover. Being nice, you're going to be taken advantage of. I've always been nice and I was never a pushover. Just another day in paradise, Nathan. You run through. I'm still going from an inspired impulse that began yesterday. Love this. Oh, Christine, I love that, right? Like it just keeps going, and then you just have all this energy, and one thing just after the next. And you know what, Christine, what I really learned, like even when it stops going that way, like the momentum stops somewhere around along the way, you can easily get reconnected again. Like that's something I've always noticed that even when I do sit, like I'm going through that momentum of like everything's just going smooth, and then I have that one moment or one thing that says like I'm bored or what do I do now? It's so easy to get reconnected when you keep practicing that. Yeah, Becky. It's Hi Mara. It's almost like Becky, like you're being nice because you want to be nice, right? You're not doing it and expecting anything in return. And just always remember that nobody can really hurt you. Nobody can affect you in your reality. We have to give them permission. So like from that question earlier that someone said, like, what if someone's attacking me or treating me badly? If someone's screaming and yelling at you, you let them scream and yell. But you're going to stay as calm as a cucumber, right? You're going to be so quiet and still, and you're going to let them say what they want. And you're just going to listen. You're just going to be there. And then you're going to say, I'm sorry, I just don't see it that way. I'm sorry, we see things differently. And then you just end the conversation, and that's it. You never let someone see you upset or anything like that, right? Because that's what keeps it bouncing back and forth. You guys are so awesome. Like, nobody hangs around for long if they don't want to be here. Why do they say they're a reflection of you, but when something bad, they're a reflection of themselves? It's no matter what, V, it's always a reflection of you. It's always. Because in every situation, it's how you're going to handle it, right? It's always how are you going to respond to that? It's always a reflection of you, but it's not bad or good. There's no meaning behind it. Don't place meaning on that when something triggers you or upsets you. Just know it's a moment for you to respond the way that the best way possible in that moment, right? So it's not necessarily like a bad or good reflection. It's just a reflection, right? It's something in that moment where you have a choice. That's it. Does that kind of make sense, right? It like every moment you always have a choice. You get to choose in that moment how you're going to respond to a situation. And I always think, what's going to keep me moving forward to what I want? That's what I always say to myself. What's going to keep me moving forward to what I want, right? So that's anything that comes my way, that's what I say. If I'm feeling triggered or reactive in a moment, what's going to move me forward to being the best version of me and what I want in this moment, right? How do I feel as though my person wants me? How do I feel as though my person? So Blair, you're not. So first, I don't know, like if you're manifesting a person or manifesting a relationship. First, I would say don't do that. That's gonna make you feel so separate from what you want. You're not doing anything to manifest anything ever, right? You're just knowing that what you want's done because every reality exists right now. Everything exists. That reality of what you want exists right now. It's happening right now. You're only focusing on yourself, right? Especially with a relationship, it's always about you. It's feeling good on your own, being your own source of happiness, right? So you just want to keep bringing that attention to you and making it about this present moment, feeling good in this present moment. And that's it. That's all you're doing. Just what can I do right now? What feels good now? What can I do now that feels good for me, right? So that's basically what you're doing when you're manifesting really anything, but especially a relationship, because you want to be happy on your own. And I always say it's kind of an oxymoron because you want to actually get to a place where you actually are so happy on your own. And that's what's going to bring in a really healthy relationship. Hi, Carrie. Oh, happy birthday. Carrie, you got to focus more on you. Big time. You're too focused on something. That's why you really and again, you can you I don't know your situation at all. Like, do you feel like you have to be with this person? Like I always say, take a step back and focus on yourself. Step away from that. That's not serving you. It's keeping you trapped in a reality that you don't want to experience, right? You can use it to your advantage when it's in your face. You can. I've done it with many things. You just have to keep using this to calm yourself down in each moment and really practice non-reaction and settling yourself down. You have to use it as a practice to your advantage. Otherwise, you have to step away and do this work on your own and focusing on yourself. Or you're going to keep being triggered, right? You're going to keep tapping into a reality that you don't want to experience. You're not stuck. I felt that way too. You're not, trust me. Trust me, Carrie, the more that you do this work, you're going to realize you're not financially, you're always, you need to understand, the more you practice this, Carrie, the more you realize you actually are taken care of in this very moment. You have everything you need right now. You are always provided for. Start saying those types of affirmations, general, like, I have everything I need right now. I am always taken care of. I am always provided for, right? Hi, Dream. But for me, Carrie, and the best advice I can give to anyone going through these things is you need to practice non reaction. You have to be all in and you have to remain calm. And again, you're reactive. And I know it's easy to just start talking about it, but you talking about it keeps it active, right? You're literally recreating it by even speaking about it. So that's like step one, is not saying a word about it. You have to go within, you have to get calm, you have to quiet your mind, and that's the work. That's literally the work. You can use this story to your advantage, but the more you talk about it, you're not using it to your advantage, you're keeping it alive. I know that sounds like, really, I just got to keep quiet and keep quieting my mind and keep reminding myself everything's working in my favor, and doing breath work and staying silent. That's all I got to do. And my whole world's everything's going to change and work in my favor. Yes. Yes. You have to keep practicing quieting those thoughts in those moments and settling yourself down and doing the breath work and breathing through it. Whether you stay with this person or not, it doesn't matter. That doesn't even matter. What matters is that you get this to work in your favor right now by using this to your advantage. And trust me when I say, if you don't get this to work in your favor, you're going to keep experiencing things like this in your life. So use this right now to practice non-reaction. Stop speaking about it, keep it to yourself, and do those breath work exercises. Calm yourself down in those moments and softly say to you, remember, what you're doing now is you are making that hose is getting tighter and tighter and tighter because you keep talking about it, right? You want to keep that as loose as possible. Even when you're upset and sad and you're going through something that feels traumatic, you need to lighten your body. You need to loosen your body. Even if you're upset and you're saying, why is this happening to me? Why is this? I feel so stuck. You can even do that and loosen your body and be quiet and slow your energy down in that moment and still say those things. As long as you're loosening your body and lightening up, you are moving forward, right? So you can just relax your body, right? Relax your body and say, why is this happening to me? How do I get out of this? When is this going to get any better? And that right there is still moving you forward. By actually being a victim, but loosening your body in that moment and loosening up that grip, you are actually still moving forward, and it will get better and better, and you will start saying, I can see how it's working in my favor because I am keeping it to myself. I'm not speaking about it anymore. Right? So it's really, Carrie, it's about, you can say what you want in those moments. It doesn't matter what you're saying. What matters is, are you loosening your body, right? Are you relaxing your body? Are you resting into that resistance? Otherwise, you're resisting what is. It's okay what's happening in that moment. It does suck what's happening in that moment. It does feel unfair in that moment, but you have to accept it in that moment and just relax into it. As long as you're relaxing your body, you're still moving forward. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? I really hope that this helps anyone right now to understand that it's okay that in that moment, it does suck. It's okay that it feels unfair. It's okay that you feel like a victim. I've been there a million times. I felt all those feelings, but you have to even relax in those moments. You can say all those things because, like I said, it doesn't matter what you're saying. It matters how you feel. So if you can relax your body in those moments and even say the things you're saying, but keep it to yourself, you're still moving forward to what you want. It will shift. It will start to work in your favor. Thanks, Jen. Hey, Sherry. So did you really get what I said though, Carrie, about it's okay what you're saying in that moment, but just keep it to yourself and relax your body as much as possible, right? You are accepting what is in the moment, but you're keeping it to yourself, right? But you're still relaxing your body as you're saying those things, right? Even if you have to cry, even if, girl, get in the car and scream. Get in the car. I can't tell how many times I screamed so freaking loud and said this sucks so many times, but it's okay because I released resistance. And then I would start smiling and I'd say, I know it's working in my favor. Because, like I said, it doesn't matter. You just want to relax as much as possible and do what you need to do to relax, right? Right, Becky? It does change things, but I do understand what people are feeling in that moment, right? When it just feels so heavy and it feels like it's taking you down, right? Damn, I said I wasn't going to get all loud this time, and here I am getting all loud. And yes, Sherry, I wanted you to jump in for Carrie because Carrie, I always like, even Sherry says, and I don't know, you guys all say it, like, you are accepting what is in the moment. You really are. You're knowing, like, this really sucks right now, but you're just staying as calm as possible in those moments, even though it sucks right now, right? You're not denying anything. You're not ignoring anything. You're not saying this isn't happening right now, because it is, right? It is happening. Nope, you're not. You're not, Carrie, because you're here, right? You wouldn't be here if you were failing. I'll tell you right now, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be in this chat room if you weren't. You wouldn't be here. So you are not failing. You are moving forward, right? Especially after hearing this live, especially after hearing what I just said to you. You right now, as long as you're relaxing your body right now in this moment, you have to feel a little better after hearing that. That is moving you forward. Okay? It's all good. Trust me, you're fine. You are going to be fine, and you are going to look back and you're going to be like, she was right. Look at me. I'm out of it. I'm out of it, right? And then you're going to be moving towards something else and probably working through another thing. I worked through so many things that were unfavorable. So many things by remaining calm. And then the next thing came, and then the next thing came. But guess what? There it gets so much easier. It gets so much easier. You get so good at this. You will be a master manifester. This thing right here that's happening to you is going to make you so powerful after you overcome it. I'm telling you right now. You're not going to believe how powerful you are. Of course you can, Pabs. Go for it. Exactly, Sherry. That's why I always say, like, these things, right, that happen that are unfavorable, that seem so, like, just like, you feel like just so lost and so like alone. They're actually a gift. They're a gift to show you your power, to show you, but in that moment you're not going to see, it's not going to reflect back to you right away, right? But by remaining calm and just like I said, you can say whatever you want in your mind. You can say this sucks, you can say this is unfair, but if you're like just relaxing your body in those moments and just relaxing into that discomfort, it's literally working in your favor. Even if someone's screaming in your face, if someone is screaming in your face and yelling at you and you're remaining calm, even though you're like, this sucks, I don't like this, it's still working in your favor. You hold the power in that moment. So always remember that. But it's okay, Carrie, because you're going to feel so much better after this. If you're crying right now, cry as much as you want. Get it all out of your system because you literally are moving forward. You are. You're moving forward. Listen, I can't tell you how many times these stories came back again in my life. I'm like, I thought I dealt with this. I thought this was over. Why is this coming back? They do come back because they come back because you're still a little bit reactive towards them, right? And sometimes we just react again. It's fine. It's all good. I'm telling you, nothing can nothing can take you down. Nothing. You are way more powerful than these stories. I promise you. Ask all the people here. They've been through it. They know too. They'll tell you. I know, Rob. If you see any fake accounts on me, just if you don't guys don't mind, report them for me. I know. It's annoying. Like I'm famous. I'm famous, guys. It's why am I talking 90 miles an hour? Ugh. Sometimes I don't know. I can't stop. Girl me a few days ago, but nothing bad is real. It's so true, Sherry. It's so true. I feel so good. You're girl, you're okay. You're fine. You're gonna keep moving forward. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you're gonna be fine. All you have to do, it's just, Carrie, it's like, really, all I gotta do is chill. All I gotta do is relax. All I gotta do is find something right now, just in this, and meditate, Carrie. I don't know if you're meditating, but please do it. Please, guys, everybody, please meditate. Take time to really just quiet your mind, shut all thoughts off, shut everything down, and just listen to the nothingness. Birds chirping, listen to outside, listen to nature, listen to your refrigerator. Like, just quiet your thoughts, man. I'm telling you, there's nothing more powerful than that connection. 24, drained by the thought of adulthood, seems in little body unwilling to move forward. Emma, when anybody tells me like their body, I always say start meditation and breath work. Start a meditation. That's my number one, like, my number one answer to anything. When people tell me like my body's hurt and I can't move, this is meditate, breath work, meditate, breath work. Start a meditation practice, add some breath work, get my book. It's a free ebook. It's free. It talks about emotions, but in there it tells you exactly what I used to do. I used to do meditation. I just posted it because someone asked me, they couldn't find it. And I gave you an easy way to get my free ebook, guys. You just click in there, you click on it, you say, I want this, you have the ebook. It gives the exact way that I used to meditate and breath work, how much I timed it and everything. And I was very consistent with it. Do it. Do it. It'll really help you propel you forward, especially out of these like beginning stages of this. Can I not respond to his hateful message? Oh my God, no, don't respond, Carrie. No, no, not at all. Do not respond. Nope. You're not responding because you're being mean, Carrie. You're not responding because you're like, this is ridiculous. He's horrible. This and that. No, you're just, because that's just a reality that you don't want to tap into. That's the only reason. You're not doing it to prove a point. You're not doing it to be mean, right? No, you're just not initiating with that type of energy. That's all. And you're just focusing on you and feeling good on your own, right? That's, again, I always say that's a reality that you don't want to tap into. You don't want to match that. So not responding is not because you're trying to prove anything. You're doing it because it doesn't feel good to respond to that. You don't want to, and if you ever respond, you respond from a good place. You just say that I just don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. I see it differently. And you always come from a good place if you're going to respond, guys, always. Frank, I'm laughing because, like, I know you're serious because you know me, but some, like, people that jump in here, they're like, girl, you're so loud and you're not stopping, but you know me, so you know I am calm. But when I'm speaking about this, I probably don't really sound calm, right? But I am a calm person. I do practice what I preach, I'll tell you that. But I'm laughing, Frank, because somebody before that was like, girl, you haven't stopped. You're going 90 miles, slow down. But Carrie, you're too focused on needing something outside of you right now, Carrie, right? You are way too focused on needing something outside of you to feel good. That's where you're at. You need to focus on you, Carrie. You need to feel good, and you don't have to just feel good in every moment. What can Carrie do to feel good? What can Carrie do right now? What can I do? I'm going to just, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to clean the house. I'm going to get a bath. I'm going to, read a book. I'm going to listen to an Abraham. I'm going to quiet my thoughts. Like, it's got to be about Carrie, Carrie, Carrie. It's got to be. Because right now you're too focused on thinking you need him. You need this person. This person's going to make me happy. I'm going to be lost without this person. That's where you're at right now. You have to focus on you and filling up your own cup, right? You can. Little baby steps. Doesn't have to be big. Just little things here and there. Like, I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to paint my nails. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to, like, stuff like that. One thing will lead to the next. You'll start to feel better without this person. Meditate, breath work, meditate, meditate, breath work, right? Doing things that you like. What does Carrie like to do? What do I feel like doing right now? I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Keep asking yourself that all day long. And keep, listen to some Abraham Hicks videos or something positive, right? And just keep yourself entertained on your own. Trust me, you will start to feel better when you really commit to these simple practices, right? Oh, Shalina. I'm glad. See, you guys know me, so I don't have to like I can be myself on here, right? I don't have to like, to me, this is me being myself, 100% being myself. So people that jump in and don't resonate with this or me, they're not going to get it. They're going to just think I'm a lady screaming, right? As my dog just stares at me right now out the window. She's so cute. Hi. I always talk to her. Hi. She's like, she's crazy. I am Deborah, Deborah Lynn. Yes. Why do I sound like it, Deborah? I'm a hyper focus on other women. Deep breaths when you're out and about. Deep breaths, Emma. Bring the attention back onto yourself, right? You use those things in your life as an opportunity to work on your anxiety, right? We use everything in our lives. Like, I mean, I like anytime I do something new, I'm always like, all right, like just chill, it's all good, just be pleasant, smile. I get nervous, like I'm a human. Like we all get nervous doing new things, right? It gets easier. I'm always practicing this. I practice this all the time, guys. Just remaining calm, settling myself down in the present moment, always being pleasant, always being kind, right? Again, not expecting anything in return, just smiling and just centering myself. I do it all the time. Oh, okay, Deborah Lynn. Oh, Carrie. Can you give an example of something you manifested? So, when it comes to manifesting things, this is my favorite answer because I'm just going to be really honest. I manifested many things into my life, and I did it the wrong way. I was doing things to manifest. There was so much effort and work behind it, but I learned so much through it, guys. I learned so much through it. So, what you learn, if you keep diving deeper and asking more questions, is that doing anything to manifest is going to keep you on a never-ending cycle. You you and I've manifested like working from home. I've manifested homes. I've manifested, I know, a lot, like in a really short time frame. That's the easy part. But you're never going to be happy with any of it, none of it, until you really start practicing understanding that every possible reality exists right now. The best versions of everything exist right now, and you're not going to really start to appreciate your manifestations and your life until you become happy now with what you have and release resistance in the areas around your life now, and keep practicing what I say, because that's going to lead you to everything you want in the best way possible. So now my manifestations coming in now are just very natural. They're like my aligned with me perfectly. They never feel like work. I love where my life's going. I can see where my life is going now. I still have things that I'm unsure about, but I'm okay with that now. The more you practice settling yourself down into the present moment, getting yourself reconnected again when you find yourself losing that connection, not seeking validation outside of you at all. You just go within for the answers. Your life is you're being guided at all times. You know that you have a higher self guiding you in each moment. Like, you form a relationship with your higher self that leads you to everything. You're always backed up. Like, I always guide it, always protect it. Like, I can't even explain it, but there's such a power behind it. And you don't need anything outside of you. You'll never need a coach. You'll never need a mentor. You'll never need anybody's advice. Friends, family members, nothing. You go within. You get the answers. And you know what? The answers aren't what you think. They're always something little, like go take a drive. Like, it's never what you think. It's like, what should I do right now? Go to the food store now. It'd be better to go now than later. Like, literally, I'm not kidding. Like, you get the secrets to like maneuver through life very easily. It's intuition. It's your intuition. Self-love, an example of self-love, EA, is, it's honestly a lot easier than you realize, but it's things like saying no to things that you would normally say yes to because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. Self-love is, like doing things for yourself, right? Like go get yourself a nail polish that you like, right? It doesn't have to be expensive, right? You don't have to spend a lot of money for self-love. Um, you know, take a nap before you go to the food store. Rest before you go to the food store, right? I'm just trying to think of like it. Don't clean your house if you don't feel like it. That's self-love. I just don't feel like doing it right now. Don't do it, right? That is self-love. Get a bath. I don't know, like stuff like that. Like it's a lot, but it's stuff for you, stuff that feels good to you, right? Have a cup of tea, go get your, like I say, go get yourself a drink. I tell I go get a drink every day, but it's like putting yourself first before you jump into other people's needs, especially if you're a parent, right? So for me, like it's important for me to get up and start my day before anybody wakes up. Because then I'm just energized and I feel so good and I'm ready to do whatever my kids need in that moment, right? Becky, yes, like about the higher self, that didn't really start clicking for me till later, right? Till I realized that you're being guided. It's almost like somebody's sending you messages at all times and telling you what's best for you to do in this moment. And you're getting help and assistance at all times, right? Abraham used to say that too, and I was like, nah, I don't think so. That I don't hear nobody's. Where's that voice at? Like I used to always say, where's that voice? I don't hear it. Nobody's guiding me. But you do. The more you meditate, the more you do the breath work stuff, the more you start going within and quieting your mind, you do get those inspired impulses. But you have to follow through with those inspired impulses, guys, because if you don't, then it's almost like you're I don't want to say you're not obeying because it sounds like that, but like follow through with them or else like you don't keep getting them almost. Like do what they say, right? Like go to like the store and go get that nail polish. Do it because it's going to like something good's going to come of that, right? If you ignore it and you decide just to sit on your couch and not do anything and watch a show instead, it's like you don't have that momentum anymore, right? And then you don't keep getting those inspired impulses. So just ask for them, follow through with them, and I promise you, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed by it. What about what's over? What do you mean by overindulgence? I don't know what you mean by that. It's all about how you feel, Emmett, right? There's no such thing as overindulgence. If it feels good, you're good, right? If you're still in that momentum of feeling good and you're going with it and you just keep going with the flow and it all feels good, that's all that matters. There's really no, you can't overindulge, right? If it doesn't feel good, that's different, right? Mhm. Exactly, Shalina. And I know, Shalina, a lot of people say, well, what about being a parent? And what do you mean? Like you're putting yourself first and not your kids. Oh, trust me, my kids benefit from me being the way I am 1,000,000%. I have so much energy to give them, especially if they're going through a tough time. I am all in. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to say. I get my kids out of moods. Like I can get people out of lower energy moods. Like, I mean, you get to choose who you get to do that with now. Because, like I said, you're not giving your energy to people that don't respond back to you anymore. You're going to connect with people that really want your energy. So, my kids are going to get it. They're my kids, right? So that's why like people fall away from your life because they don't match you anymore. They don't necessarily understand you, right? So you just start clicking with people that do understand you and that are getting something from your messages. Do you kind of know what I'm saying? You're not giving your energy to things that don't serve you anymore. That's also self love and putting yourself first. Hey, JMC. No, I'm not. Heavens, I'm actually outside my house. I literally said, this is what I said. I was like, okay, I want to do a live right now, but I do not want to drive to Dunkin'. I just want to have my tea and sit in my car. And my dog's looking at me and she's so cute right now. And I just want to sit in my car, have my tea, and do a live. And it worked. It worked. I'm getting good connection. I hope I am at least. So now I'm not at the Dunkin'. I'm at my house. You're anxious because of your son's prom night? Oh, I'm sure he's going to have an awesome time. I speak about what you teach like it's gospel. I want others to realize what it is. I know, JMC, and like it's one of those things where like I think it once you start changing your like life and your life starts changing, you just start connecting with people that do want to hear it, right? Like I used to remember like I used to talk about it and people would be like, "What is she talking about it?" And like you try to explain yourself and you find yourself like I always found myself not being able to explain it right because people like aren't really resonating what I'm saying. So it's like I'm over explaining something that's really simple to me, right? So I learned really quick never to force this on anyone, right? I just speak my experience. I speak because I love talking about it, and people find you basically. Oh, yes. Exactly, JMC. It's almost like your people find you, right? Oh, good heavens. I'm so happy. Oh, Christine, what the heck, girl, man? Is it real bad, Christine, or just a little bit? I tried uploading. Hi, Shanna. Am I saying that right? Shanna, is it Shannon? Shannon? I tried uploading these lives, and sometimes they just do not want to upload, guys. They do not want to upload. Nah, Christine, I like to know because if it's you, that means it's other people as well. Like, it's not just you, Christine. It's just everybody has slightly different connection. The thing about it, I figured it out though, Christine. I do have a little dot, and if it's green, that means I'm getting decent connection. And if it's red or yellow, that means red means none, yellow means in between. And it has been green so far. So, right, Christine, keep sending it. Vibing so high, some low moments, but they don't. Oh, JMC, that's so awesome. So it's like you're knowing how to just relax into that resistance in those lower moments, right? And just kind of letting it pass by. It does take practice to do that. Sometimes I do I go in that figure out mode, like, what is this telling me? What do I need to learn from this? And sometimes you do get a quick answer, right? It's like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, duh. It's because that's the old me. I don't do that anymore, right? And then I just keep moving forward and I settle myself down and I keep moving forward and I settle myself and I keep moving forward. But it's definitely all takes practice. Oh, good, Vols. Any thought on I don't and Nayu or NEYU. I don't follow a human. That's what I was trying to say the other day. I never got into that manifesting like human design and all those terms. Manifesting. There's these words for them. I don't believe in it. Honestly, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in any making it any harder than it has to be. If I give it life, I lost connection. I don't know if you guys can see right now. See me talking at all. Oh, there we go. I lost connection. So Christine, if you did, I did too. So Carrie asks, can I make this go away by not reacting? Yes. Yes, 100%. It's you have to in order for things to be able to be active in your life, you have to give them attention. That's all it is, Carrie. It's you're giving it fuel right now. That's all. You literally just remain calm. You do the practices that I say over and over and over again, Carrie. It will I won't even say, Carrie, it's going to work in your favor. It's just going to work in your favor. I'm not even going to say it's going to disappear. Some things do disappear, but things actually shift and start to work in your favor, Carrie. They start to get lighter. Watch it. Watch this. Use this in your life, Carrie. Watch. It's going to get softer and kinder and nicer and more calm. Keep not reacting. Keep remaining calm. Watch. It's going to transform in front of your eyes. I've watched this happen in my life. It's extremely powerful watching these things transform in front of you, especially when you're like I don't say dealing, but you kind of are when there's something that is in front of you all the time and you're watching that transform. It will transform to work in your favor in front of you. In front of you. It just takes a little bit of practice. Just keep doing what I say, Carrie. Don't seek outside. Go within, meditate, quiet your world as much as possible. Meditate, 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 connect, connect, connect. and keep focusing on you as much as you can. That's it. That's all. That's literally all you're doing. Yes, Christine's right. In those times when you have downtime, just keep thinking about, like, I know sometimes it's with visualizing when you're trying, sometimes you just don't go there so easily. But the more you practice non-reaction and you're calm, you're going to go right to those positive uh, visualizations. Like, you're going to go to all the things that you want. I don't know if you do this, Kerry. I don't know, like, if I should recommend this or not, but I think sometimes in the beginning, scripting is good. But try to only be positive when you're scripting. Script on what you want your life to be like, right? I did a lot of scripting in the beginning. So just, Carrie, if you can, get yourself a book, but only use it for positive, right? All the things that you want and you're excited for, and all the things that you can't wait for, right? Well, and when it comes to thought transmission, just understand that we're literally all connected. We're all transmuting thoughts to each other, right? It's one consciousness, right? And just remember, it's really your thoughts. You're the one creating your reality. So Ashley, it's not really about ignoring, right? It's more so, Ashley, about knowing that what you want is done. If you're manifesting something, it's done right now in this moment. It's literally done right now. Like, I'm telling you now, it's done. It's happening, Ashley, whatever you want. What you're doing is focusing on this moment. How can I make the best of this moment? When you start feeling better now in this present moment, you start becoming aware of what's already happening, of what you want, your manifestation. Little by little, you start becoming aware of it. And then you'll start experiencing it, right? So it's not really about ignoring, it's about accepting and practicing non reaction. How can I feel good now? Things will start to shift and work in your favor, right? But you really can't be focusing on a manifestation. You can't be manifesting anything. You don't want to do anything to manifest. That's just creating resist. It's resistance because it's done, right? It's done. We're not doing anything to manifest. Hi, did I say hi to you, Heather? I don't know if I said hi to you. You missed me screaming and yelling, Heather. That's all. In a positive way. In a positive way. I'll try to get this live up, guys, on I'll try to get this live up on YouTube. I don't know why they're not going. I'm the usual. I manifested. Christine, I was talking about you to myself today. I'm like, Christine's so funny. I'm manifesting my SPN. And now I see his initials. My mom talks about his family. I think it's, you don't think it's done. It is done. Everything's done, Julia, right? Remember? Everything is literally done. Everything's here and now. Everything's happening in this very moment. Every possibility, every possible reality is happening right now, right? We're just moving towards the best versions of those things and whatever else, even if you're not clear. I just made a video on that because I had a question in our private Facebook group. I forgot to mention we have a private Facebook group about clarity and do I have to be clear? I don't know what I want. You do not have to be clear. I think it's better not to be clear, honestly. It's better to just let things unfold because your higher self will move you towards things that you probably didn't even realize you love to do, right? In the best way possible. So, like, a great example, not for nothing, guys, a great example, I'm going to talk about myself for a minute, but writing my books, right? At first, I was like, do I really want to write books all the time? I don't know if I want to do this. It has unfolded in such a way where I cannot wait to write every day. But I didn't feel like that when I was manifesting it, when I was actually more action, right? I was doing more for it. Now that I just allowed it to unfold and just said, it is what it is. We'll see how it unfolds. Maybe I won't do it. I kind of release resistance around it. It's unfolding in such a way that I cannot explain. Every day I have something to write in my ebook. Like, I can't wait to write it. And it's like every day I write a new thing. I have no problem. Like it's just very natural and it's flowing out of me. So just know, like, you don't have to be super clear. Your higher self will take care of it all. Don't worry. It's your higher self's leading you towards everything in the best way possible. So you do not have to be clear. That's another limiting belief around manifesting. You have to have a clear intention. You can literally just say, I want to be happy and I want to move towards everything that's best for me. And your higher self will take care of it. If you're doing these practices, if you're feeling the best you can in each moment, and you keep settling yourself down in this present moment, releasing resistance around the things that don't serve you, you'll be moved towards it all. Everything. And you'll be amazed. You'll be like, oh my God, I didn't realize I even love to do that. I'm doing this right now. Right? Because there's so many things that you, from your programming, that you don't even know, like what your creative things are. We don't even know. Like I used to be like, what do I even like to do? Like, what do I even like? Seriously, what do I want to be when I grow up? I don't know. I am so talky talk tonight. I don't know. Something was slipped in my tea, maybe, or something. It wasn't, I promise. But yeah, it's so much easier. We've been lied to, guys. We've been lied to. And then you get into the manifesting part of this, and it's all lot. It's not lies. There's so many limiting, I want to say lies, but it's just people are talking about it in a limiting way, right? It's just the old way to do it, of having to do something to manifest, and that's so limiting. I think it's about really knowing. You got to really understand this part, that every possible reality exists right now. Drill that into your mind. Every anything anything you want to experience is happening. It's literally happening now. Like right now, there's a reality of you living your best life. It's happening now. And the only thing you're doing is feeling the best you can with what you've got. And it's leading you to it. And the more you can do that, the more you'll start becoming aware of what's actually best for you, right? It's so simple, but it's like we let the outside world tell us what's right and what's not. When the more you go within, the more you'll start to see this for yourself, right? The more you start trusting yourself and your higher self and going within and trusting that inner guidance, that intuition, you'll see how this is all unfolding. All right, I'm going to jump off, guys. I know I feel like I jumped on, but I think I'm going to jump off because I can see my house right now and my daughter's like walking around and stuff. So I just want to go in and see what she's up to in there. It's so funny because it gets darker. I know it gets darker. Right? Are you JMC? Yeah, Becky, it's exactly what it is. It's deprogramming the mind. We're just deprogramming all those lies. And then it's like, the more people learn about this and talk about this, it's like the hard way. And as Abraham would say, she used to say that's going about it backwards. I think she used to say that. All right, guys, everybody have a good rest of the night. Good to see you too, Mike. Have a good night. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye, guys. This is